Hello everybody. Today I'll be showing you how to perform a Cobra Weave, which is what Paracord bracelets are made out of. Now they're made of Paracord in a Cobra Weave. This is also known as a salmon bar weave. Now these two here, they're set up on side release buckles. Now I was going to make a video, and I'm still going to, on how to set up everything like this and like this on side release buckles, because it took me a lot of looking and a lot of thinking to be able to get it to work how I wanted it to. So I figured some other people might have the same problem, so I'm going to make a video about that. So it's only befitting that I should show you how to make the weave itself. Now a popular way of doing it is to have a length of string that is knotted at one hand with a overhand knot with two strands, and it's just doubled here. Now what you would do here is start your weave and leave a loop at the end and weave all the way down to the knot. Stop your weave. Obviously you'd cut off all this excess string up here, and you would pass the knot through the loop as your fastening device, and you'd have all this woven. So I'm going to show you how to weave it on it like that, because that is the simplest way to do it. I've made several bracelets like this myself. I find people prefer the knot and loop because with the buckles are contoured. If you can see there, they're curved, so the bracelets aren't reversible. Now in a Cobra Weave, if you're doing it in dual tone, the black will be on the outside and the green on the inside. Those are my two colors on one side, and on the other side the green will be the exterior and the black will be the interior. You can see there, they're opposites. Now because the buckles are contoured, you can't reverse the bracelet, or obviously it'd be extremely uncomfortable. Now with a knot and loop, it's the same either way, so you're going to be able to reverse your bracelet. The only problem is a knot and loop does tend to come loose more often than a buckle. But whether it be buckle or knot and loop, that's a decision you're going to have to make. I'm just here to show you how to perform the weave. Now what you do is you take this string, the string you're going to be doing the weaving with, and put it behind the two strands of your actual bracelet here. Now you can make it longer, like I did with my necklace. I don't have it on me right now, so I can't really show you, but you can make this as long as you want, and you can even turn it into a necklace if you want to. Now you take one end and you pass it over top of the two strands and make an S shape out of it, like this. Alright, now try to keep everything in place the best you can, but as long as you pass the string through the right places, you're gonna be fine. But you want that S. Take the other end, the end that you didn't make the S out of, and you pass it through the bottom of your S there. You pass it down through the bottom, you go around the back of these two strands and go up through the top of your S. I'm trying to not make this a mess so you guys can see what's going on. And you pull it through the top, you take the bottom of your S here, and you just pull on both of those ends, and it'll tighten it up right there. You can, now this, actually, here, I'll explain it better in a second. I like to get two weaves in, and then adjust how big I need my loop. Now I've obviously already got the ends snipped here so you can pass it through, and I'll pass it through and I'll pull on it like this or like this from all different angles and find out exactly how big I need the loop to be. And then with two weaves you can still adjust it, as you can see. you can still adjust how big you need your loop. And I find that to be the best way to go about doing that. And then after you find out how big you want your loop to be, you continue with your weave. Now you take the end that's underneath the vertical bar, because you're going to have a vertical bar after you make one weave. And you take that end and you make the S again. Take the opposite end, pass it down through the bottom of the S, like so, behind your two pieces here, and up through the top of the S. And you pull that end through, pull all the slack out of it, and pull this end here at the same time. I'll tighten it up. Now that your vertical bar's on the left side, so you take this string that's underneath the vertical bar, make the S out of it, and again pass it down through the bottom, up through the top. Pull it through, and tighten. And that's exactly how you do the weave. And you just keep going all the way down, and once you get to the end, you just snip and cinch the ends. It's as simple as that. Now, a quicker way of doing this is to do it like so. And the reason that works is because whenever you make the S and you pass it down through this end and then up through this, the top of the S, or the loop, whenever you go to pull on it, whenever they're both tightened, your bottom of your S disappears. So basically all you're doing, show this again, all you're doing is passing this string over here to this side, because you're going to be pulling on it from this side whenever you tighten it, wrapping this string around it, and then going up through the loop. The S is a great visual way to learn it. That's how I learned it, is to do this, pass it down and up. So you go down through it and up through the top, and pull tight. That's how I learned how to do it, but I found it to be quicker, and you don't have to worry about holding the S in place and stuff once you learn the mechanics of it. To just take this string over here, which as you can see I haven't singed, and pass it around it, and to go up through this loop. Now if you're just learning this weave for the first time, that's why you clicked on this video, do the S for a little bit, and then you'll figure out for yourself why what I just did works. I'm going to unweave this because I've actually got these strings already pre-measured to make a buckle bracelet out of. But once you get to the end of your weave, like in this one that I've pre-made here, what you do, you make sure it's nice and tight, make sure it's up against here. Take your scissors and cut the excess off here. There. Take your lighter, I got me an AC/DC lighter, and I'm trying to look over the camera because there's no way I can look through the camera and do this. You guys can't actually see this piece because the flame's really bright, but you want to get it nice and liquidy there, and then take your lighter and work it against your lighter so that it's gonna make it stop up, kind of. You want it flat to where it's not gonna work its way through your weave. What I like to do is I take this other piece and I pull it, make sure it's tight around this one before I cut it. Then I cut it, And you're going to have to figure out for yourself how much or how far out from the weave to cut the string. Because some people like it, like their thing really small. Some people like theirs bigger around for the insurance that it's not going to go through. Because the longer from it you cut it out, the more you're going to have to melt, and the bigger the thing's going to be whenever you actually do this. So you're going to have to figure that out for yourself. Just work it up against there. It's nice and flat. And it's nice and flat. And actually this bracelet here is finished. Oh, another thing. Whenever you make it, you guys can't see it, but sometimes there'll be some itty bitty single stranded strings that are going to be sticking out from either side. And what I do is take a lighter and I pass it, the flame slowly over the whole bracelet. Just like that. And see, I even got my fingers there. Like, I'm going quick enough that's not even going to burn your fingers if you're holding it. And this bracelet here is finished. I'm going to actually put it on right now. Oops, hit the camera. You guys like it? I like it. Well, that's how you perform a Cobra Weave. So you guys can make your own paracord bracelets if you want. Or if you want to order them from me, just send me a PM. I charge $5 for bracelets, $3 for keychains, and $8 for a necklace. So, if you want yourself one of these, you just don't want to make it, let me know. Thanks for tuning in. Rate, comment, subscribe if you like, and I'll see you guys next time.